So all this while the only way to power up dash cams was by using the 12-volt socket in the car. Now this had two problems. First thing, the installation was messy and a bit complicated because it took a lot of wiring and you had to insert the wiring into the beading of the car and make it come up all the way up to the 12-volt socket. The second problem was most probably cars don't have a 12-volt socket these days, or it's located in a position which is kind of difficult to reach, and you wanted basically a very clean setup, a neat looking setup in your car without any wires dangling around. Well, here's a perfect solution for you. FitDVR has power adapters basically suited for every kind of car out there, which will enable you to power up dash cameras straight up with minimal wiring, with minimal look and a very clean OEM installation without using the 12-volt socket. Yes, this is the FitDVR power adapter for my specific car, that's the Honda WRV, and this specific adapter draws power from the overhead console of my car, basically the cabin light. So after installing this, my car has a really clean look, no wires dangling around, no need to run the wire all through the length of the car to make it reach the 12-volt socket. Direct power supply from the cabin light, from the overhead console, and your dash cam is good to go. So in this video I'm going to show you a quick unboxing of the FitDVR power adapter made specifically for my car, that's the Honda WRV, and also show you how you can install this power adapter in your car. But before we jump onto that, do note that these power adapters are made specifically for specific models. So if you have a different car, you will need to purchase a different power adapter. And the good thing is all the power adapters are well listed on the FitDVR website, for which the link is given right down below in the description. And one more additional good news is that if you do use the link given in the description and use the coupon code Gizmo5, you will get additional 5% discount no matter what you buy from the FitDVR website. So once you're finished watching this video and you're convinced that this is the way to go for your next dashcam power supply, well, go ahead, click down on the description, click on the link, head to the FitDVR website, select the proper power adapter which is suitable for your car type. All the car types are given in the website. Add it to the cart and purchase using the coupon code Gizmo5 to get additional 5% discount. That being said, let's not waste any more of your time and jump in straight into the unboxing and the installation of the power adapter for my car. Let's take a look. So the first thing in the box is a service support card. It's a good thing that FitDVR has provided a service support, and they also provided the email ID for you to contact them. Following that, straight up in the box, here is the FitDVR power adapter with a display. So as told previously, it has got an input port right here wherein the wire is pre-plugged in. It also gets a 3M sticker at the back which you can use to stick this module to the roof of the car or somewhere where you find it convenient. So these are all the things inside the box. First thing is a very important prying tool. So this is important to like open the gaps and edges of the car and like install this particularly well. And then, as shown previously, here is the FitDVR power adapter which gets an input wire which is pre-plugged in. On the other end, you get this 8-pin connector. So here's the main power connecting module, or should I say power adapter wire, which you can use to connect to the overhead cabin light. And at the other end, you can use it to connect this to this FitDVR adapter. You also get lots of accessories cables inside the packet. So one is a USB type A to a micro USB port. Then you have dual barrel ports. Then you have a type C to USB A port. Then you also get a L-shaped barrel port and a straight connecting barrel port. Then you have a mini USB connector and a USB A. Lastly, you have a RJ11 connector with a barrel port. So to start off the installation, you will have to detach this overhead cabin lamp module from the roof of your car. And to do that, first you need to remove these switches, basically the light switches which are integrated within this module. You can use the pry tool which has been given in the box to gently remove out the switches first. So it's as simple as that. You can just peel off the switches, repeat the same on the other side. And now you can notice there are two screws here, one here and one on the left side. So take a star head screwdriver and loosen the screws. Carefully remove the screws once they are loosened out. So once that's done, your overhead light module can be removed out from the roof. And here it is. This is how far it is stretching because the wires are kind of tight in that place. And you can notice that here is the connector which powers both the lights. So this switch is basically for the sunroof and it gets its power from the wire that is placed right here at the back, but the lights are getting power from this particular connector. So you'll need to gently remove this connector from the light module. So it's very simple, you just need to peel out this connector and you're halfway done. So now you need to take this adapter cable which has been provided within the box of the FitDVR Power Adapter. So basically you need to connect this female port to the male port which is providing power. So this is the female connector for the light module. So just plug this in. That's it. It's as simple as that. And then you have to connect this male port back to the original power slot for the light module, and this goes in here like this. That's it. So now you have an extra point here, the 8-pin setup, which you need to connect to the FitDVR power adapter. So the power adapter has the female port for this 8-pin connector and this is the male port. So align them properly and just plug it into its place, and basically you're almost done now. So push back the extra wire into the empty space right above the cabin light and leave out a small length of wire along with the power adapter module. You can just place it there temporarily and place back the light module into its place. So if you can notice now, the power adapter hasn't turned on. There is no LED illumination right here, nothing showing up, and even on the light switches, if I press the light switch on and off, it is still not turning on. So there's a reason for this to happen, because the screw which you have removed from the light switch here, particularly in this car, the Honda WRV, this screw is important to complete the circuit and provide power. And since this screw is removed, there is no circuit completion, so there is no powering up of the adapter. So let's proceed and install the screws into its place. So let me install the left screw first. And now here is the critical screw. Basically on the right side, this completes the circuit and will provide power to the adapter. Let's show you how it exactly happens. So as you can see now, I just placed the screw and the light has illuminated. So this indicates that the illumination is provided, or should I say the circuit gets completed only after you install the screw, specifically in this Honda WRV car which I am currently using. So now the switches are working totally fine, the screw is installed, the circuit is completed, and you can tighten the unit back to its original place. So let's turn off the lights and show you the display. So if you can see right here, the display has turned on and you are getting power into the power adapter. It is showing you the voltage and the amps being currently used, and you also have the FitDVR logo into the display. So now next thing which you need to do is just peel off the 3M sticker and stick this power adapter to any particular place which you find convenient. Then you can connect the rest of the wirings. But before we do that, let's place back the original switches for the cabin light. You just need to press them into place and they'll fit in perfectly well, just like that. Here's the last one, and there you go. Both switches installed back into its place and working perfectly well. And you also have power within your power adapter. So now as you can see, since the dashcam has been powered up on the FitDVR power adapter display, you're getting the amps rating which are varying for each second. So this is showing a continuous flow of current, and it's actually providing you the info about how many amps of current is being used in that particular moment. So in this way you can even monitor the current supply to the dashcam, and this is going to show up when the dashcam is connected to the power adapter. So here's everything in one single picture: the roof module, the light module, from which there is a single wire coming into the power adapter from FitDVR, which is currently turned on and powering up my VO4A229 Ultra dashcam. So this is a simplest way of getting a power for your dashcam without having to run wires all around the car, and this makes getting power so much straightforward, simple and minimalistic. Your 12-volt socket remains free and you still get power for your dashcam. So if you're someone who is looking for parking monitoring, you will need to get a dedicated hardware kit from your specific brand. But if you're someone who is only looking for dashcam recording while driving, this FitDVR power adapter will be the best and the most suitable choice available to power any dash camera till date. So these power adapters from FitDVR basically draw power from either the auto dimming internal rear view mirror or the rain sensor or the cabin light or the overhead console. Any one of these three sources in those plenty of different models of the car. I mean, basically the entire list is given on the FitDVR website. So you just need to select the proper one. And just in case if you're confused about selecting the correct adapter for your car, FitDVR has a very active service support. You can just get in touch with them and inquire about the power adapter which is specifically compatible with your car model, and you can purchase based on their advice using the link given in the description below. So make the most use out of the flat 5% discount given especially for Gizmobeep viewers. Just use the coupon code GIZMO5 and you can avail that discount. If you do have any doubts or queries regarding this power adapter, just write this down in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, and I'm quite sure that this video has helped a lot of you because most of you were looking for alternate ways to power up your cameras, especially in those cars which only have like a Type-C port, or those cars or those owners who want a very clean installation. Well, I think this video has definitely shed a new light on a new way to powering up dash cams. And if that's true, go ahead, hit that subscribe button of my channel right now, smash that like button and share this video with all your friends who are looking for that really good way of powering dash cams without the messy setup. See you in the next one.